Revelation chapter 14, verses 10 and 11. Ye shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascends up for ever and ever. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night for ever and ever. These verses are quoted as shock references in proof of eternal torment in hell for the wicked. However, fire and brimstone is used figuratively, not literally in the book of Revelation. Consider the evidence. In the first occurrence of the expression, fire and brimstone is said to issue from horses' mouths. Revelation chapter 9 and verse 17. This is certainly no hell fire. If literal torment in hell were intended, then the language of the passage would require Jesus to be with his angels in hell, since it is stated, Ye shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 10. Consistency demands that if tormented with fire and brimstone is literal, so much the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 10. But the latter is an obvious figure drawn from Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 15. Why then insist on literal fire and brimstone? A figurative interpretation of fire and brimstone is in keeping with the general symbolic character of the book of Revelation. The woman, that great city, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 18. Water represents peoples, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 15. The Lamb, in a similar way, represents Jesus Christ, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 14. Fire is used in the scriptures for utter destruction, not for eternal torment. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by fire and brimstone, and are now set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. But are these cities still burning? Scripture affirms that these cities were overthrown in a moment and turned to ashes, and their smoke rose up for ever and ever. Revelation chapter 19 and verse 3. This is no hell fire torment, for the scene is the destruction of Babylon the Great, and is witnessed by lamenting merchants and shipmasters. See Revelation chapter 18 verses 8 to 10, 15 and 18. The phrase forever and ever just emphasizes complete destruction. Revelation chapter 19 and verse 3 appears to draw its symbol from Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 10. In this passage, a fire from Yahweh on Edom shall not be quenched, night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up for ever. But again, this is no hell fire, since the prophet Isaiah continues to speak of the land laying waste, a dwelling place for the owl and raven. Verse 11.